We are talking about the final weekend of July with meteorologist John Hickey in the backyard.
And we're also talking about the final day of this wretched humidity. Finally, a big change on the way. It's been pretty awful this week if you're not a fan of it, but thankfully some nice changes coming our way. But out ahead of that, we will find some more thunderstorms. So we're tracking some tonight. Looks like we'll be tracking more for tomorrow. I want to share with you, though, we had a great pass of the International Space Station earlier tonight. Look towards the center of your screen. You'll see a little dot there, and that little dot is, well, that is the International Space Station flying overhead, and it happened a little after 9 o'clock this evening. If you missed it, you have another great chance to see it coming up over the next couple of nights. And it looks like after some storms pass tomorrow, it'll clear out. And if it happens to be too cloudy where you are, another great pass on Sunday when it looks really clear all across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. For tomorrow's pass, look to the west-northwestern sky. It'll be visible for 5 minutes as it moves down basically towards the south. And on Sunday, again, just a little bit after 9, visible for 7 minutes this time, an exceptional pass, very high up off the horizon too. Look to the west-northwest and you'll see that solid white dot zipping along into the southeastern sky. We have a couple of thunderstorms that we're watching tonight. We've got one batch, looks like just north of 80 between Montour and Columbia counties. Also another batch kind of moving towards western Union and Snyder counties. We'll zoom in on this one first. That's kind of moving just to the north of the Bloomsburg area, kind of losing its luster as it moves east. Not necessarily a bad thing, but also this batch that's heading in towards Beaver Springs. Wow, quite the light show there. Looks like, again, these storms, they're not severe, but you'll of course see plenty of lightning as they move in, and you'll get some good downpours too. Already watching our next chance for storms for tomorrow. It's going to be that batch of storminess up through Wisconsin. That's what's moving our way for tomorrow, and you can see it spawning all sorts of tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. So potentially busy at times for tomorrow for us. A few storms around for tonight, very muggy too, very stuffy. You need the AC cranked to be comfortable for sure. We're in the low 70s for an overnight low. Tomorrow, those storms coming through in the afternoon and the early part of the evening, but tomorrow night looks quiet. And then on Sunday, it's going to be a lot more comfortable around here. I mean, just look at this humidity forecast. While tomorrow is incredibly stuffy again, Sunday and next week, look where we are on that scale. Comfortable to pleasant. That's going to feel great. But of course, got to get through tomorrow, and when you get those changes from very uncomfortable to very comfortable, usually find some storms. Much of our area, if not all of it, under that level 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms. If we get a couple of gully washers that go over the same spots, we could see some instances of some flash flooding. So let's run you through the latest rendition of future clouds and radar. Things very quiet through the early part of the afternoon. But after 2, 3 o'clock, here comes some storms. These things could have some bite to them coming through between about 3 and 7 across much of eastern Pennsylvania. And again, some heavy rain with these, as well as some gusty winds. So we'll be watching that. But notice once we get beyond 7 o'clock, much more quiet. And that's key because the telethon starts tomorrow at 7, and we need some quiet weather there, and I think we'd all like some quiet weather tomorrow night. Look at that 7-day, though. Great stretch of weather after tomorrow. Truly a sterling stretch. Starts on Sunday, lasting through at least Thursday of next week. So we're going to be hearing a lot of that harp next week, guys. Whew, it's been a long time since we've been able to play that thing. It's going to get a workout next week. I'm loving it.
All right, John.
Great stuff, John. Thanks.